Happy New Year. They say it's lonely. They say it's lonely at the top. Check one, check twice. Hold on. Oh, check again. Tell your homeboy, tell your girlfriend, or tell a friend that we are in 2025 episode 63, such a lineup, season 2. Such a lineup, we have taken a winter break. Some people are still on their vacation, but we are back for season 2. Playoff season, college football playoff season, NFL, NBA ramping up. And to the right of me, I got who?
The people's champ, the all-time money getter, all-time wins getter in the Hornets nest.
I'm the people's champ.
Certified, and I am Genio Kibovich. I was on oh, over the holidays. I got on 23andMe and found out my relations down the line, and I'm from Europe somewhere, man. So I found out my found out my ancestors, the Kiboviches. But it's season 2. It's amazing. We had an amazing season 1. Things will get better, brighter, realer, righter, all of the above. We have done some networking. We're working on a deal with nationwide radio, internet radio. 'Cause I can't put these guys on the regular radio, especially my partner DSPN. But we tonight we just gonna recap. Shout out to our first time listeners, last time listeners. We're gonna recap to get you all on some things. Champ, if you're new to the show, we have been doing this thing called Top Dog Thursday, and that's where we've been picking all the cast. It's 6 of us have been picking the person that we think on Thursday night will score the top fantasy points, and we have Maine. If you're from Memphis, Atlanta, you know we're talking about Maine. Who's gonna be the main for Monday? We picked the person that we thought every week was gonna have the top fantasy points. Fantasy season is over. Daily fantasy, all those things are still alive and happening. I want to get signed on to one of them. That's why I don't know if I want to name them, but those prize picks, underdog or DraftKings. It's a new one out there. Better. We're something. We might be able to get on the new one. It's coming out with Paul, the one that fake fought Mike Tyson, the Paul brother. He's promoting that. So if you're in on any of that, our fantasy show that airs on Friday at 8 a.m. like normal, we'll discuss some of those things on there as well as fantasy basketball because we tend to do fantasy all year round. So with Main Man Monday, Top Dog Thursday, People Champ, Stat Man, what do you got?
All right, we just concluded Top Dog Thursday. It went final because we don't have no more Thursday night games. And our competitors was, in the final results, the People's Champ, 3 points. Joe, 2 points. DSPN, 1 point. X-Man Clutch, 1 point. Gino, 2 points. And Unpredictable, 2 points. And our winner for our first annual Top Dog Thursday is the People's Champ.
Shout out to the money getter. I was that close. Well, a lot of us were that close. and so if you know how many weeks we did that, and these are some of the top fantasy minds I've ever seen, witnessed in person, or even in passing online or whatever. These are some of the top fantasy guys. And my man's won with 3.
It's a hard task because a lot of times the top person is an odd name cat that come in and get the points, or it's a close race to be a 1 point, 2 points off, or half a point off from the picks that we have to the person that actually get it. So it's a hard task. It's nothing easy.
Right. And you won.
Then I
You won
won.
for you won for Thursday. So let's see who won. Thursday night games are showtime. You know, they like Jameis Winston says, "Hey, all eyes on us. We the only one on TV, baby." But Monday night, something about Monday night. Well, Thursday had a wild wind blow, but Monday night, something about Monday night. Is to me, the Monday night show is prime time. So shout out to Big Rube on the prime time. People chat, what we got? What we have for Monday? Main Monday.
All right, our main man Monday has concluded because we don't have any more Monday night games other than a random playoff game here and now. We have our competitors, the People's Champ 2, Joe 2, DSPN 2, X-Man Clutch 1, Gino 4, and Unpredictable 3. Came down to a close race, went down to the last night. And our first annual winner for Monday Night Main Man is Gino Kapekavich.
G. I like Gino.
I had to beat my son. It wasn't the first time I ever did it. But that was So hey, if you're listening and you want to get down, no diddy. Season 2. When football season come around, especially if we know you. If we don't know you, might send your pot in early. So put it in the pot. And it's fun. It's a fun way to keep up with the games and to interact with the patrons we have. We're a family, such a line-up family with the people that rock on the page and all. So I'll put that information out closer to football season. If you want to get in these fantasy leagues, my son, Unpredictable, he said first come, first serve. It don't matter if you're family or what. First come, first serve. You want to get in some of these fantasy leagues, and we can, since some of y'all get on here and think we don't know what we're talking about, so go and get in one of these leagues, and we'll see. But shout out to Gino for winning main Monday, and shout out to Champ for winning Top Dog Thursday. That was a great idea, Champ, and hopefully we got some other contests, but hopefully that I don't have to give none of those prizes away to other cats. So we got you got fill us in on some of our other contests.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want the update?
Yeah, we're gonna update on some of the what we got. No,
Got college game of the week.
College game of the week. If you've been paying attention, we do the college game of the week. Some of you have followed some people's picks and have won a little something. Your Christmas night was really good this year. Champ, what you got?
The last college game of the week was Ohio State versus Texas. The line was -6, and the over/under was 53.5. Champ missed both of them. Joe hit both of them. Unpredictable hit one. DSPN hit one. X-Man hit both of them. And Gino hit both of them. Gives us a running total. Champ 18. Joe 21. Unpredictable 17. DSPN 17. X-Man 21. And in the lead, Gino with 27. Like he's running away with the competition.
27. Gino with 27. So we got one last one, and that's the college. That's the national championship.
Yeah.
And as you can see, you're available 2 points. You're available 2 points over and under, and the game winner. So, shout out to my Nipsey Hussle fans. Victory lap, and shout out to my Rod Wave fans. Last lap. I don't know what Genio Kipovich is gonna call this one, but this is it's a lap around the field. So what we got other than that one, champ?
All right, we got NFL game of the week. And our last one, we had Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. The line was 1.5. And the over and under was 48.5. Champ hit one of them. Joe missed both of them. Unpredictable hit one of them. DSPN hit both of them. X-Man hit both of them. And Gino hit both of them. Gives us a running total of Champ 18, Joe 21, Unpredictable 20, DSPN 22, X-Man 13, and Gino 20. So we got a tight race between first and second between Joe and DSPN. They're 1 point apart.
Not the usual. Tonight we getting unpredictable.
Welcome into New Year season 2. Unpredictable in the building.
What's up, man? So I thought we started next week, but guess what? I saw a text from DSPN who didn't get in my ring yet, and I said, you know what? I gotta chime in some kind of way, because guess what? We can't complain about changing the days and not show up.
True that. True that.
Right.
So I'm here. What we covering today? Because it sounded like I was down by 1 point, but I'm not close no more.
What Champ just went over
college, NFL.
NFL game of the week.
Yeah, NFL game of the week.
Yeah, we had went over earlier about Champ winning Thursday night top dog, and we went over Genio Kipovich winning Maine Monday by 1 point over his son, Unpredictable. And then
No, go ahead.
And then we discussed
college.
Gino's in a victory lap. The slow run to fourth base on that one. Shout out to my little league baseball team. They know if I wasn't hitting it to the gate, it had to go to the gate or nothing. But slow run to the home plate on the college. But NFL, he just gave the NFL one, and who was 1 and 2?
DSPN was leading with 22, and Joe is right behind him with 21.
And we only could get 2 a week, so nobody else can.
Sam got 20, and Gino got 20. So y'all still in it.
Clutch. Well, you could make the argument he's the most clutch player ever.
This man. Shout out to Clutch in the building. Welcome into season 2, episode 63. Clutch, I see you doing some homework or something. I didn't have my green screen. I wanted to put up the Ghetto Snowman out of Atlanta, and I didn't have my green screen, man. Clutch, we were just we were going over the Top Dog Thursday. We were congratulating Champ winning Top Dog Thursday, and we was
Who
congratulating
won
Mr.
Top Dog Thursday?
Champ.
The People's Champ.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
he said,
Oh well.
I'm the people's champ.
And Mr. Kipovich, he won Main Man Monday. He won Main Man Monday. And then also on College Game of the Week, he's doing a slow roll it to the finish line on that one. But NFL, we got
Champ
Joe.
18, Joe 21, Unpredictable 20, DSPN 22, X-Man 13, and Gino 20.
Yeah, so we're gonna send our picks to the People Champ.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, because DSPN want to end it. He want to end it. He want to end it now. But we did college football all the way to the last game.
Yeah,
So
we
gonna
go
do
to the
NFL
end.
all the way to the Super Bowl. And hey, if y'all wise, y'all let's send y'all picks to the People Champ out the group chat. Cause DSPN finna try to he already got on camera and said it.
Hey,
The other night we had
is that my connection?
what's going on?
I hear it sound like a robot.
I don't know.
It wasn't me because I
Might be
was
my
on mute.
connection.
Might be them
Shit, did
tape
I-
measures in the background
It
doing
might
something.
be.
69.
It
Uh-huh.
might be.
Nah,
It might
did you read what it said?
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
69.
It said no. It said I decided to make my own sex tape.
Oh. All right, you still got a sentence on the Polaroid. I mean, on the big camcorder y'all had back in the day. So now we got upset. The
Oh, my TV loud. I know. Let me turn this TV down.
yeah, we picked NFL upsets of the week. I'm looking good. I don't know about upsets, but that was our last contest, and then we'll
Hey,
have Champ.
did I win anything?
Yeah, you won my 5. Yeah, you know what you won. You know what you won.
Hey, X-Man, I was
What?
LeBron James this year. I was LeBron James. I scored the most points in the regular season and couldn't win a chip.
Actually, you
He ain't got out. I think he was hearing something. He don't like bad hearing. Him and
Joe.
yeah, him and Joe don't like. They don't like the sound ain't right. But see if we gonna get straight.
Oh, wait, let me make sure y'all can hear me straight from the last time.
We can't.
Y'all
But
can't?
we just happy to have you. Champ, you hear that? I mean,
Yeah. Sound like y'all
okay,
cold.
but I don't know what's going on. Don't forget ladies and gentlemen, we're in negotiations. We're getting on nationwide radio, internet radio. So we Mr. DSPN said we got to have our audio on point, but we are in negotiations. We're getting on Nationwide Sounds radio station via the web, and they're making big moves, and they about to be in their season 2. So we're gonna as soon as we lock in with them, we'll tell you the time. We're gonna wait.
That's what I'm talking about. What about now?
Yeah, you sound good, champ.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Cause I got something to say when we start these topics. But let's go.
So hey, I didn't. My thing was acting up. Did I win anything?
Yeah, we was going over upset picks of the week. We had the upset picks of the week this week. Champ had Denver over Buffalo. He missed. DSPN had Houston over LA Chargers. He hit 3 points. And X-Man had Denver over Buffalo. He missed. Gino had Pittsburgh over Baltimore. He missed. Unpredictable had Denver over Buffalo. He missed. And Joe had Pittsburgh over Baltimore. He missed. That gives us a running total. Champ 7. Damn, in the bottom of the barrel. DSPN 18.5. X-Man 23. Gino 10.5. Unpredictable 11. And Joe 16.5. So you in the lead right now, X-Man, with a couple of weeks left to hold on.
Yeah, and then the deeper we get in the playoffs, the less the point spread is going to be.
Yeah.
They'll do a big jump, but.
Hey, speaking of upsets of the week, y'all about to see the real rookie of the year quarterback today, not the one that threw that one touchdown for 110 yards.
I thought didn't we have a pick on that game right there, the Tampa and Commander game?
Come on, next.
But we had a pick or something on it, didn't we?
Yeah, game of the week.
Okay.
That's game of the week.
Okay.
Oh, the game of the
week.
Oh, okay.
Hey, see, most of his games he played like he was at Oregon, but today he looked like that Auburn quarterback that y'all remember.
That's right. So we done caught up on our. So now we'll do that Friday. We'll introduce on the Friday show the
Road to Super Bowl.
The Road to the Super Bowl challenge we got. So stay tuned on that. Check that out. So now we got that out the way. Let's talk about the sitting Saquon Barkley put more pressure on the Eagles to win it all. Anybody?
I think it does. I mean, I think they get bounced out next week. I think it's just like, when you're a track runner, you can't take a week off and then come back and expect to have that same speed. If you looked at the game tonight, he looked a little sluggish. He didn't have that burst that he's had, and plus the offensive line. Everybody was a little stagnant in my opinion. So I think they get bounced next week.
Well, I want to disagree with you, but I can't because we've seen all those teams in the college football playoffs that had bye weeks. First of all, they were the wrong teams. They get the bye weeks. But still, I'm able to put that in my stat column that all the teams had bye weeks lost. So,
I don't know if it messed them up for the playoffs, but I don't understand in the most physical game where maybe outside of the NBA scoring title, PED, you had a chance to break the all-time rushing record and be known as in the record books, and you choose not to do it. Unless it was something where he just said, hey, I need a break or whatever it is, you would think just as a competitor, you want to go out there and get that record. That's what you work for the individual accomplishment to get that contract and also to win a ring. And, I don't get it. Just like Adrian Peterson a couple of years ago, he was like 7 yards away. They had a minute left. The Vikings had 3 timeouts, but instead they nailed the ball. At some point, you got to go forward with it. And I don't understand this gentleman thinking like this ain't golf. This ain't no gentleman sport. This ain't tennis. So they got to go ahead and do what they got to do.
Right, yeah. and I think that's getting over flavored.
I just
like when he said let the young boys in when he was bad. If you really felt some kind of way, you did. Saquon did a little jab at the Giants about the GM say losing sleep if Saquon go to the Eagles, yada yada yada. But the real jab is on the field. Break a record on the field. Go for 200 on the field, and that'll live forever. Not no Instagram clip.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't a big enough yard difference for him to break the record for him to sit out. It'd been different if it was 180 yards he needed, close to 200. but he just needed like 105 or something. So just
Yeah.
barely 100.
I thought it was 101.
Might have been 101.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
but it's like right over 100. It wasn't
Eric Henry did that in the
no.
first half the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like the way as poor as the Giants defense was, I figured he would have probably gotten the first quarter with a 70.
wait, hold up. Time out. He was playing the Giants?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, no. I'd have played against them. Oh, no.
Right. Both games
I
he
wouldn't have
sat
said
out.
that one out.
He sat the fourth quarter out the first time against the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
he could have went over 200 or had some Eagles single game rushing record.
Mhm.
But,
Which
and
also
to
would have
me,
made the last game that much
Mhm.
lesser. So
Right.
if he'd have had another 30, 40 yards in that quarter, he would have needed 60, 70 yards in this game. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
And you could have done both on the Giants. Come on.
yep. You know, and I said this before, you know, and Gino kind of, you know, I don't think he was really pressed to get the record. Because
but
the
you know what?
real 2000 man is Orenthal, Jay Simpson, who did it in 14 games, 2000. So that's why he, in my opinion, he really wasn't pressed to break it.
Well, I think for me on the outside looking in, the reason why I would have wanted him to do it is because the running back position has been devalued. And so for him to come out there and get devalued by the Giants, for them to go play a quarterback that will probably be on the bench for LSU right now, and then give him $43 million and give me $10 million, and I'm the best player on the team. You have to understand the value of the running back right now, and how do you make the value increase? You got to show them how valuable you are.
Oh,
And
they don't.
And you saw Barry Sanders coming like
They don't ran the market up
not
next
the
year.
running backs.
What Derrick Henry, Jacobs, and Saquon, the market gonna be different next year.
Yeah, but I think you have something to you got something to hold your head on, because it's almost like the college football. When one conference make it, if one eat, we all eat. And if he breaks the record, that looks good for all running backs when they start coming up these contracts and things like that. So think about it. When Randy Moss got the touchdown record, they didn't sit him out. When Drew Brees was trying to get the all-time touchdown record when the Saints was 7-9, nothing to play for, they didn't take him out. They don't take nobody out.
You
for
had
no
a man
record.
lay down. You had a man lay down for Reggie White to get the record.
For a sack.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, why? And I'm saying in my lifetime, when I look at Adrian Peterson and Barkley, for some reason they just decided not to do it. But it goes back to what Gino said. Brett Favre said, "I'm gonna lay on the ground, just don't hit me hard." And so it's like you got to go out there and get these records and show these executives how important the running back position really is.
Right.
Because now when you go to the contract table, we can say, "Hey, I'm the all-time single-season rushing record. Pay me." Now they're going to say, "So you gotta bring something to the table." And I just think he missed a great opportunity. And in the history of the NFL, maybe 7 running backs. So this is not something that can come along next year, or probably ever for him.
Right, because look, you look at this. You go get ready to sign a contract, or your ESPN, the Freaky folks at Fox Sports. If Freaky Fox get to talking about you, they gonna say, "Oh, Saquon couldn't put the Eagles over if they don't win the Super Bowl. Saquon couldn't put the Eagles over the hump." Instead of saying Saquon broke this record, so we know it wasn't his fault that the Eagles didn't win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what they did, they made running backs over 28, 27. That mark that has been, they've been taking the running back out to the pasture after they turn 27, 28. After they turn 28, that has to be addressed. And if Freaky Fox ain't gonna address it, ESPN ain't gonna address it, we will address it. That got to be changed. That number got to go up, because you had Saquon, Jacobs, Henry. You had them really show out, really be the best backs in the league, at that age. So that little rhetoric needs to change. But we do think the Eagles have all the pressure on them because that's what
Yeah,
they show.
but for Saquon, I mean, I look at it as a revenge game too, and this is a division game. When you got a divisional rival, you want to just crush them. If it was maybe some AFC team that you normally don't really see, but once every 4 years, you know what? I get it, but you got to go out there and send them.
Right. So we're gonna do picks.
And also to show them how much they appreciate by rubbing it in the ground.
Right. So we were gonna do picks.
Nope.
We were gonna do picks on when we pick the Eagles, the Steelers, the Lions, or the Bills, or the rest of the NFL to win the championship. We came up with this question before the Eagles. Before the Steelers crashed. Before the Steelers just crashed and burned, man. Before the Steelers just did, man. I ain't seen nothing fall off that bad in a long time. That quick. From sugar to sugar honey iced tea. I mean, from the penthouse to the outhouse. But we'll still lead them in the equation. Would you pick the Eagles, the Steelers, the Lions, the Bills, or the rest of the playoffs to win? DSPN sent his pick in. He said he's picking the Ravens, so that's the rest of the field. And I think Joe said the rest of the field. I think he's known to correct me, so he will if he didn't. Champ, what you got?
I'm picking Minnesota, which is the rest of the field.
Right. Clutch.
What are we picking again?
You either get the Steelers, the Eagles, or the Lions, or the Bills.
Ooh.
You can pick all four of them, or you're gonna pick the field, the rest of the teams in the playoff.
Ooh.
You can have that four group, that 4-pack, that 3-pack, because one of them been
I'll take
dismissed.
the 3-pack. I'll take that 3-pack.
So you'll take the Lions, the Bills look good, or the Eagles, who you put out next week.
Yeah.
So you'll take the Lions. So that means you thinking the Lions or the Bills are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. The Lions versus the Bills. DSPN said the Ravens. Unpredictable. Who you got, bro?
I think it's Lamar here. I got to go with the Ravens. It's something about them. They just move a little different this time.
Right. And you got the Lions and the Bills and the Eagles. But I could get Lamar. I can get the Ravens. I can get the Chiefs. I can get something crazy like the Commanders. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to take the field. I think the Lions will make the Super Bowl. Not quite sure the Bills will. And I that means I can get all the other three in the AFC. I'm willing to take the field on that one. So we'll see how that works out. Huh?
Hey, can I make a basketball analogy with this football? And
For sure.
I'm saying this. I know we didn't talk about it, but Lamar's on a different level this year, man. And we always talking about Mahomes and Josh Allen and I love me some Joe Burrow, but man, Lamar has been just these last 3 years. He's just been on a terror. I don't know because when I look at him, Mahomes remind me of LeBron. He don't get activated to the playoffs. Joe Burrow, I love LSU and I love Joe Burrow, but he's like Kevin Durant. He go put up numbers, but then sometimes he just can't, it's like he just can't get there for some reason. And he remind me of Kevin Durant a lot. Josh Allen remind me of James Harden. He's only great in the regular season. Let me just put that out there. But right now, Lamar, he got that Jordan in him, and it's like he got that killer. And I think we are overlooking what he's done for a guy that said that was supposed to be a receiver who couldn't throw, who's about to be an MVP for the third time. And when you look at all three of them quarterbacks that I said, outside of Derrick Henry, his receiving group has to be the worst out of all of them. And he's still putting up big numbers, even better than last year. So we don't give this man enough props because he don't look the part or he doesn't have that pocket presence. But we got to put some respect on that man's name.
Wait a minute. You sound like Drake when Drake just dropped that little freestyle, Fighting Irish freestyle, where he just went at LeBron. I'm surprised you ain't got that bump in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, we did go at LeBron. He only good for the playoffs. Them 5 games he go play against Denver.
So Drake was in that freestyle where Drake was dissing LeBron. He said, people don't celebrate me. They ain't celebrate me when I did numbers. And that's a lie. And you saying we didn't celebrate Lamar Jackson? He won 2 MVPs. And they got the MVP.
He's going to be back to back.
Well, when I say we, I'm not talking about specifically us, but I look at the national media because they always talk about these other quarterbacks. And for some reason, he's always behind them to start the season. And even halfway through the season, it's like they waiting for him to fall off a cliff. And he just keep moving. And at the end of the day, when you look at, he played the Bills this year. He played Cincinnati twice, I believe. He's played Pittsburgh. Well, that don't count no more because we know what they are. He played the Chiefs. So he's played these top quarterbacks. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me, I think he beat all of them. And so
I know
not only is he beating them, not only is he performing, he's actually outperforming them head to head with less weapons. His tight end is not, he's not Kelsey. And at the end of the day, he's not dealing, he don't have an opportunity to go out there and get, I call them super glue hands. The receiver they got from the Kansas City picked up in the middle of the season. I don't think his name, but yeah. So he don't have no big time receivers and no big time this and that big time. It's just him, and everybody knows it. So I think the national media, I should say that we got to put some respect on this man's name.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Speaking of push,
isn't this the first year that the Ravens had a All-Pro receiver?
Did they?
Yeah, make the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, make Pro Bowl. Yeah.
And guess what? He didn't even play, and they still won. That goes to show you.
Man, the Ravens had 9 Pro Bowlers. That's wild. Like you said, one receiver for a time. But that's wild. But speaking of a Pro Bowler, shout out to Deshaun Watson. I'm gonna call him Sean Shiesty. Because Sean Shiesty done robbed the Browns. And is it anything like, because when people bring up Lamar Jackson, they bring up the fact that Atlanta could have had him. And the Bengals, the Ravens played the same game that the Unpredictable was just talking about. They kind of played him down to not pay him the money. But Deshaun Watson got paid. And he got guaranteed. And Deshaun Watson aggravated his Achilles again while not even football.
Rehabbing. Rehabbing.
Yeah, rehabbing. And they got him out for 2025. They say he might miss the whole 2025. Can the Browns save themselves from this contract?
Nah.
I think it's a video going out right before he hurt his ACL the second time.
A little homework, man. I can't get
that. That they may be able to find a loophole to not pay him, but as we sit right now, they're gonna have to pay him. So, or come to an agreement where they can cut half of it and then cut him, type deal. But
they said they cut him, it'd be like 111 million dead cap. And that's one quarterback I'm glad the Falcons missed. I'm telling you, I celebrated. I said we needed one, but not that one. Not no game. And Deshaun Watson done messed it up for guaranteed contracts in the because the owners didn't want that to go down.
They can't backtrack now.
Right. But Deshaun Watson was on TikTok with a girl, a woman.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
it.
And they say he didn't have his boot on. He was in Miami. He didn't have his boot on. That was a couple of days before he went down or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, that was a former massage therapist that he had.
are you for real? You better say
Nah,
allegedly. Oh, allegedly.
allegedly.
No, we wouldn't be able to see that video if that lady did massage.
Hey,
That'd be
Clutch, you ain't gotta say no alleged. Say, hey, stand on 10 toes. What, they gonna sue me for my student loans? How you go? What you gonna sue somebody who ain't got nothing? Go ahead, take all of it.
Yeah, take all
My
of
kids
it.
grown. Take them too. I can't claim them on taxes.
But we're gonna see how that work out. Can the Browns shout out to TikTok, shout out to everybody that press TikTok going away in the United States unless Big Trump come save it. But his homeboy own another social media site, so that don't look like that's happening. So shout out, but TikTok Deshaun Watson may wish TikTok was gone 2 weeks ago. What you had?
Hey, y'all hear my dog in the background? That's the Cleveland Brown dog pound. They saying a lot of information. Before we get on the Deshaun Watson and his contract, can we say Sam Bradford? He robbed the NFL for 8 years. That man made more in the contract than touchdown passes. To me, it was a gamble. And I'm gonna play the race card. When I look at Deshaun, most of us figure he'll bounce back. Like, hey, it doesn't matter. You know, that was AB, Michael Vick, and people like that. They all bounce back, but for some reason, I think he built a little different. And mentally, if he believes he's innocent, which I do, but if he believes he's innocent and he's been attacked, and he's looking at all this social media stuff, mentally he just got past it. So to me, before you go see the masseuse, you need to go see a psychologist.
Right. And
make sure it's a white man too. Nobody rubbing.
and for that for what happened to him in Houston, he said he wanted to get traded, and then boom, look what happened. So with the situation with the Cleveland Browns, and you could tell they displeased with the contract they gave. Hey, they can't catch me slipping on nothing. Not no TikTok, MySpace, Black People Meet, Christian Mingle, nothing. They ain't catching me slipping. And that's look like that's what they're trying to do again.
Yeah, he got to be built a little different. I think about Kobe, what he was going through with the case in Colorado. Mentally, he was going through a legal battle, but he's still putting up 40. I think about AB things he was going through, as crazy as we say he was, still going out there and get 2-3 touchdowns, Pro Bowl seasons. He just Michael Vick, when he went through to come back and resurrect his career and actually his life, for some reason he just hadn't got past it. And to me, easier said than done. Money don't buy happiness, but with 240, I'd be damn happy and I'd be faking too. Let me just say that.
Right. So with that being said, we're talking about freaky athletes. Let's talk about the freaky people that cover these athletes. Anybody got any take on freaky Fox Sports and they shenanigans and scandals they have going on?
I wish I was working there so I could have got a piece of joy.
That's why we can't get no help over here and set the lineup. Shout out to George.
I got a song.
I got a song. You got a song.
Joy to the world.
Hey, joy and pain. Pump it up, pump it up. Hey man, I don't know. Hey, I think she set the women's movement back a couple years now.
I mean, they talking about Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless, really?
Nah, I don't want to get on here and not believe people when stuff could be true, but part of the story ain't true.
I don't know because My boy Marcellus Wiley thinking about a lawsuit. It seemed like he got the bump because of it. It's something rolling down the hill.
Lawsuit towards who?
Fox, because basically he couldn't figure out how those moves were made for him to lose his job and Joy Taylor get on there. But now he said she's sleeping with the CEO. Now we're connecting the dots. See, it's one thing to not renew your contract. It's another to not renew it because you're sleeping with somebody who wants to be the host.
Yeah.
So
True.
and the only thing about this story from a gender perspective of being a male is whether she did it or not, it's not against the law as far as what she does. Let's just put that out there. Now, that's more on the Fox exec if he did, because he was the one moving the different dominoes. But I just want to say this. It's amazing where Udoka, who's not even married, was sleeping with some married woman. I ain't saying no alleged. I'm standing behind it. Come sue me. You can take all my student loans. And they ran this man through the coals for sleeping with somebody that was consensual. But yet we giving Joy Taylor a pass. And I think she deserves a pass. But we got to keep this even, especially if we're talking about sports and it's supposed to be gender neutral and don't treat people differently. You would have thought that Udoka was married for 20 years and got the woman pregnant and got too many Deshaun Watson massages going on and did a Ray Rice on her when he didn't do nothing but sleep with her. So why do we, I guess for the media, why are we trying to defend one person but attack the other person?
It's according to who you mess with, though.
Okay.
You can have a brother. You can have Jody going messing with plenty of women, plenty of men. He can knock the whole street down while the husband's at work. But if he go over crazy running house and he met with crazy running wife, it might be.
Well,
so.
I think the difference is they say Udoka was sleeping with the top exec for the Boston Celtics. But they say Joy was sleeping with the top exec from Fox Sports, so they both were sleeping with top executives in that order. To me, I don't think neither one of them is a story because it was consensual. That's just me. Unless somebody's married, I don't think it's a story. If you're single, you sleep with who you want to. I think the biggest story, I don't think none of it is a story unless it's alleged that Skip Bayless trying to offer the woman money for sex because now you're prostituting. But I just don't think it's a story for real. It's just people sleeping around.
1.5?
1.5. Skip Bayless did not offer this lady 1.5.
Hey,
allegedly.
For 1.5, I mean, good Lord.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Hit for free. Skip Bayless paying 1.5.
All right, Uncle pull up on you now. You see when he tried to pull up on Mike Epps.
Hey, look, he can pull up on me. You know what's gonna happen? Session Line Up podcast gonna be global.
You're right.
Pull up. What are you gonna do? Bring that little French poodle dog?
Hit me, boy. I'm laying on the ground.
You can't have the boss fraternize with the help. So I think that's at a disadvantage. And then with that being said, there was some people's jobs allegedly that got snipped because of that situation. So it's gonna be a long, lengthy investigation, and at the end of it, there's gonna be some heads chopped off.
Yeah, I think Skip straight. I think Skip going
She is pretty cute though.
Hey, I'm gonna say this again, and I have these conversations with coworkers, mainly females, and even when we have those what they call uncomfortable conversations. If you want to be a part of sports, I'm not here to tell you that you can't. I'm not gonna say your gender eliminates you. But this is part that happens, and when we throw Emmanuel Udoka under the table, we throw Zeke Elliott under the table for unfounded investigations, and as soon as somebody's getting charged with no proof, every man that gets charged with no proof, and we start making it a story, this is what happens. So I don't think between Udoka or Joy Taylor, they didn't do nothing wrong. Now the executive, because he has a responsibility, but it's what comes with it. So you can't run from it, and you got to keep it 100. You can't pick and choose who you're going to attack when it's Ezekiel Elliott or Ray Rice, but then the guy for the MMA fighting, I forgot his name, sucker punched his wife, and then they don't cover it, or Joy Taylor doing this. You can't cover it. At some point, everybody got to be exposed, not just the black athlete.
Right.
And I'm the
So
one to do it.
Right.
Shout out to Jason Whitlock, baby.
Yeah.
Right,
We're gonna
Jason
move
Whitlock,
on
the reason why right now I hadn't had a peanut butter sandwich in years, but after listening to him, I didn't ate 2 this weekend.
We're gonna move on from one another employee trying to screw the exec. Jimmy Butler. Any thoughts on the wait a minute? Wait a minute. Before I proceed, yes indeed. It is 2025 and Trigger Man's in the building. What's up?
West side in the building.
What's
I'm turning over an old leaf this year. Going back to robbing Sheridan. They're easy mark these days. Robbing kids.
Speaking of robbing people, Jimmy Butler, what's going on? What's y'all opinion on Jimmy Butler and the Jimmy Butler ways?
Man, everywhere Jimmy Butler go, he just like James Harden. When he feel like he's being mistreated, he won't out. He's a prima donna, and if you ask me, I don't think nobody should pick him up.
What?
I agree with you, Clutch. He
Everywhere
like a
he
red
don't go, Minnesota, he was a problem. Philly, problem.
He wasn't a problem in Chicago.
Because he was scoring 2 points a game.
He was a role player. He's a self-made man. He's earned the right to do that. Don't nobody cry when LeBron do all them antics and stuff.
Except for me.
Kyrie.
Jimmy Butler,
not Kyrie.
He last 7 years, he been he top 3 best performers in the playoffs. Put a team on his back and get him to the finals. Did it twice, didn't it?
The bubble don't count.
Yeah.
Y'all let y'all tell it. The bubble don't count. Let y'all tell it.
It sure don't.
Hey.
But he do 2 years and then he read this slide. We see women on Facebook do that.
Seems like you got to hold to some bad dope or something because he keep coloring his hair and pressing it like a woman and all that. Just if you supposed to be hood, stay hood. You trying to be darn part of the ABC club, But
God, man. Yeah, God.
Hey, see, this is where at some point we got to be adults, and I can sit there and talk about LeBron, what he's done in different places. But at the end of the day, he's been a professional, except when he quit in the middle of the season for 5 games. But he's been a professional. And off the court, you really don't hear much about him.
That's correct.
But with Jimmy Butler, I think sometimes everybody gets special treatment at some point.
Especially when you're a superstar.
But is Jimmy Butler a superstar? That's the question.
Oh.
To me, he's good. He's not a superstar. Now,
who are the superstars in the league?
The superstars are the Joker, Shea.
So has
Shea
Shea led a team to the NBA Finals?
No.
Okay, who's your other superstar?
Tatum.
And I'm not going by the old school. I'm not saying LeBron and Kevin. I'm talking about the new. I'm talking about the new crew. Giannis.
Tatum.
I'm gonna say Tatum. I think he gets disrespected. Tatum.
Man, ain't no superstar. How he win the NBA Finals or the conference final or MVP?
He won.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. As much as I always say, here's the thing. Jaylen Brown was the Eastern Conference.
The Dream Team. He got benched. How can a superstar be benched on the Dream Team?
Hey, that's politics. Because he better. You know why? Because he's quiet. Because guess what? Guess who wouldn't have been? Guess who wouldn't have been benched? If I had Tatum talent and I was him, I'd have did just like Steven Jackson did Charles Oakley. I'm going back in the game. See, Jason Tatum is a nice guy. He's not that. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy that tries to model himself after Kobe, but he don't. That's the thing from Kobe. He's leaving. He'll never treat Kobe like that.
How many nice guys are superstars?
Well, here's the thing. Let's go back to Jason Tatum. He
Don't forget
he led
Edwards
the
now.
team in point. Tell me if I'm wrong, champ. In the Eastern Conference Finals, he led the teams in points, rebounds, and assists. In the
I
finals, he
doubt
did the
that. I
same.
doubt that. All three categories? I don't know
I
though.
think he
I
did.
doubt
But here's the thing. Jalen Brown was surprised when he got the award. So I think that was just one of those things that if you don't look the same in your normal standard, they think you're doing something wrong. Like Curry. When Curry didn't get MVP in the finals that first year, Curry didn't look like Curry, but Curry was still better than 99% of people on the court. It just didn't look the same. So we say, well, it don't look the same, so let's take it away.
He didn't have no moments in that first finals.
It would have had some moments because I seen LeBron's getting 36 and 16 on him, so he had a whole lot of moments. And he was getting sticky.
He guarded it better than anybody else guarded him.
See, I see a pattern going here with these light skinned cats.
Mhm.
They're taking over
here's
the
the thing.
league, taking over the
Hey,
NFL.
I'm gonna applaud Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. But Jimmy Butler now is ring chasing. He got disrespected by Pat Riley. He know he has no chance of winning the championship with Miami. He done put them on the map, they should retire his jersey, all that. He trying to hook up one of his homeboys and bring home the chip before he clock out.
That means he's trying to go to Phoenix, ain't he?
But hey, how many times right now, if there's a Pittsburgh Steelers, let's say when AB didn't play because he was just mad, and AB said, "Man, if I'd have played, we'd have won." Y'all will be saying, "Man, I don't want to hear that." Sometimes he is right. Shut your mouth. You ain't playing. That's for the people that's on the court.
Yeah.
Right, shout out to
You gotta
Nightcap.
you gotta have organization.
Hold on, I thought about Trick Man last night. I was watching Nightcap. Shout out to Unc and Ocho, and they really put up a poll who the Steelers fans would say their favorite wide receiver is: Hines Ward or AB. And Ocho said AB, and Unc said Hines Ward, and we all know the answer.
What's the answer?
Hines Ward.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You said favorite, not best, right?
Right, favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, AB
Now, you
was
say best,
clowning the Steelers on Twitter, X, whoever, last night.
But they don't even got my boy Hines Ward in the darn Hall of Fame, man. That's messed up.
But
because he put too many defensive end and linebackers in the hospital. That's why.
Yeah, they said they cut the crap back. He cut the crap back blog out because of Hines Ward. But Joe, I did want to ask you this because I thought I had your answer earlier. Pick between the Eagles, the Steelers, the Lions, and the Bills. You say you picked that 4-pack?
No. What's that now? Pick what now?
All right, you pick between you get the 4-pack of the Eagles, the Steelers, the Lions, or the Bills, or you can have the rest of the playoff teams to win the championship. Who you going with, that 4-pack or
No,
the rest of the league?
Going the rest of the league. Mahomes ain't in that package, right?
Right.
Okay.
And most of us picked the rest of the league. I think Clutch picked the 4-pack.
I don't bet against 15, man. You crazy?
Yeah, and then you got the Ravens.
I think it's Lamar year though. I think it's Philadelphia's not gonna make it. They played pathetic today. It is today. Is today, ain't it?
Yeah.
No, the day was yesterday.
Yesterday.
You know,
the day is Thursday.
You know, we in the
future.
We in the
Hey Joe, I got another question for you, man.
Well, go ahead.
I've been looking at all these memes on social media. They got y'all coach looking like Doc Rivers.
AB was putting this stuff out, man. AB was putting this stuff
They
out.
trying to climb my coach, man. But if you look at our team really don't have a lot of good players. Even Minkah Fitzpatrick, if you look at the stats, he's probably a middle of the pack safety. He probably ranked 18th or something like that. I'm just guessing. I don't know. But he's not a top 5, but he's getting paid as a top 5.
All right.
Hey,
you want to know why?
Speaking of top 5s, Derrick Henry put 5 in his face the other night.
Yeah, he told him to sit down somewhere. I mean, our offensive lines are full of rookies. Only one receiver. The quarterback is have-been. Cam Hayward is long in the tooth. We're doing it with smoke and mirrors, man. We don't have
Let me tell you why. Why
Well,
does he
well, Joe,
keep
can I ask you
on?
this?
He keep
Can I be
on
a
going
devil's advocate? Oh,
500.
Hold on, champ.
Do it now, champ.
Because he keep going 500 every year. You can't get them top end picks if you keep going middle of the pack every year.
That's the
That's
Falcons.
good. But if the dude they brought in now is better than the guy who's been doing the picks. Even when we was at the top of our game, we done a lot of bad drafting in the first round. Bud Dupree, first round. The dude out of Georgia, Jarvis Jones. Man, we swung and missed on so many first round pick and second round pick is ridiculous. And then they caught up to us. The linebacker out of Michigan, he might not even be in the league no more. Devin Bush. We done swung and missed. Now we got this dude now that know what he's doing. Give us about 3-4 years. They give Tomlin that, I don't know, but normally they do. But
well, Joe, I know
yeah.
a couple weeks ago, I just want to play devil's advocate. I do think Tomlin is a great coach, and I think this is what he's going through is unfair. But let's be unbiased.
Okay.
I look at that young boy, the receiver. I looked at AB. I look at Bell. I look at Big Ben. I'm looking at these people, and I'm starting to see a trend. And they're a little bit disruptive, and you still playing them. And I think it's breaking up your locker rooms to a certain extent. I don't know.
But
I don't know if
one guy being disruptive, and he the best player on the offense.
But that's a problem when we just talked about Jimmy Butler being the best, but he's being disruptive. I guess for me, when is Mike Tomlin go put his foot down on things like this? Because here's the thing. Let's look at Mike Tomlin's record and look at his resume. Let's be fair. He's lost these players and he continues to win. Something should tell him out of all people, I don't need that young receiver because I was doing this before he came along. And he had a half a good season and he's running his mouth. Because, AB, he had a Hall of Fame career before he opened his mouth. I don't even think this man had a Player of the Week nomination yet, and he's running his mouth. You're not qualified to do that. We talked about Jimmy Butler and LeBron and things like this. This is like the Lakers rookie who they drafted scoring 8 3-pointers. Now he talking smack to everybody, and LeBron. Sometimes you got to put a muzzle on them.
I agree with that assessment. But if you do take him out of the lineup, we probably won't even get first downs. He
left out Deontay Johnson.
He drawing double coverage. That's why Pat Brown can get. We really couldn't be able to move the ball. So sometimes you got to take the builder with the sweep. And then a lot of this, why we hadn't won a Super Bowl in I don't know how long, to me, is Big Ben's fault. For you to have a top shelf offensive line, a top 3 receiver, and a top 3 running back at your disposal, and you don't a top shelf defense, and you don't get us to the promised land. That's on Big Ben. That's on the quarterback, man.
I just think that I'm looking at the history of the Steel Curtain from all coaches, even when he got there. I guess what my thing is, even when you drafting leaders, because Ryan Clark always say Palomado and him and the Ingrass linebacker, I can't think of his damn name. They ran the locker room. Greg Lloyd ran the locker room. Kevin Green ran the locker room. Mean Joe Green. You had enforcers on these teams to put them in check. To me, you have to draft enforcers and you got to have people, because until you do that, where's that veteran on that team? Where's Cameron Haywood? I'm calling him out. Why has he checked this young boy to say, this ain't still a football? We don't do this.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that too. But the thing too with Mike Tomlin, he doesn't have as much power as everybody think. There's a lot of Pittsburgh fans for the last 8 to 10 years that don't want Tomlin as the coach. They want him out of town. So I'm trying to think of who our GM was. He just retired 2 years ago, whatever. Can't think of his name. So he had actually more say than the coach when it came to who they going to draft. But the guy they got now, Omar Khan, they work hand in hand. I think he's I don't think he's black, but he's something. He might, I don't want to say what he is.
Joe, I got a question for you, Joe. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, or Mike Tomlin. Who you taking?
Bill Cowher.
No, man. Bill Cowher. See, that's the thing. Bill Cowher had so much talent, and he lost so many in AFC Championship game, and he had the games at home. He lost about 3 of them. It took him a while to get over the hump.
Cordell
At the
Stewart.
time, Mike
Superstar
Tomlin
quarterback.
was the youngest to win the Super Bowl.
So you take Mike Tomlin.
Give me Mike Tomlin, man.
I don't
Hey, I
think.
just think he got to get control of that. He got to get control.
Yeah, I agree. I got to
I
get
mean, yeah,
back in.
but we had left out Deontay Johnson as well.
Oh yeah, we
Oh yeah,
forgot about him.
he's bad in the locker room too. That's why he don't been on 3 teams
Just
this
run.
year
But
already.
like I said, all that was under that other guy that was drafted. Somebody else, Martavis Bryant with the weed. He could stay off the weed.
Now it's legal.
Well, let's get before we get on up out of here. I have been receiving your emails and things of that nature, and we do know it's basketball season, and they're looking forward to us speaking on basketball. So we talked about Jimmy Butler, and we'll ask NBA surprise teams, good or the bad. Do y'all have any teams that are surprising right now, or is things going as we planned?
The Orlando Magic. They Banchero or I even just came back, but they have been missing their top 2 best players, and I think they maybe be a 4th or 5th seed in the East. I can't think of the coach now. I need to do better, do my homework better. But for him to keep that team together, and they beating a lot of playoff teams, so they're not playing no cupcake schedule or whatever. So I think Orlando Magic has been playing some hell of a basketball, to say the least. I think they top 4 or 5 team over there in the East right now with a winning record.
I got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Surprising that they got the best record in the NBA.
What?
And only lost 5 games. They lost today or the other day. So
They was up there last year. Then they finished. They finished high last year, right?
No, they
I
went that
think.
high.
third or fourth in the East.
And
So,
Donovan
all
Mitchell
right.
ain't been going nuclear, and they winning like that.
Let's take a look at the standings. We got Celtics at 1 in the
Celtics
East.
at 1.
Yeah, right.
Cleveland at 1.
Cleveland at 1.
Hold on, I must have pulled up 1998. Hold on.
What you on? Dope or dog food?
Oh, my bad. It said 2023 and 24. Oh man,
Let me give me a shot of cocaine right quick.
Damn it, said dog food. Oh man,
That's a Big Daddy Kane verse. You ain't never heard it?
No.
You ain't never heard that? I
Who
thought
he
you
play
was DJ.
Who he play for?
He's a rapper, man.
What?
Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, okay, he is a rapper. Okay. As I look over the standings, anybody else got any? Okay.
Yeah,
Why they keep
I have a team.
Yeah.
Bronny
I
James.
finally want to say shout out to the New Orleans Pelicans for finding that fat offensive tackle who should be playing for the New Orleans Saints. Cut your losses. Them, they ain't got that much food down there in New Orleans.
They paid
There's a lot of people in New Orleans that look like Chris the Crackhead. It's only all the players that ever played for the Pelicans. He the only one over 230 on the whole team since they started. Cut your losses. If I was them, I'll trade him to Yugoslavia. Go get something, because that man is a waste of talent.
They could have let him go or traded him. They re-signed him to some big money.
All right, in the East, you got the Cavaliers, the Celtics, the Knicks at 3. Is that surprising?
No.
Okay, the first night now, because I got on here, people telling we hadn't talking about basketball. When the season started, I got on here pushing the Knicks, and then they looked like crap. Shout out to Cat. But we'll talk about him Friday on the fantasy show.
Soft.
We'll talk about him Friday on the fantasy show. I will.
Oh, who for? What's the rest of them?
The Magic. Then you got the Bucks. They had, I guess, a turnaround. The Heat at 6, Pacers at 7, and the Pistons at 8. That's my surprise
they
team.
was trash.
Yeah, the Pistons.
They lost 27 straight last year, I think,
Right.
something like that.
And they won. Go ahead.
I was about to say, I think I got cut off and I got asked a question. You was surprised and you just started talking about the 1 through 8 seeds. I
Yeah,
will
I'm
be
here
heard.
too.
Well, I didn't know if you knew, what was going on. But go ahead.
Or just
What
check.
G, what,
Sometimes I just gotta
what
check my
Gino
stuff. I
that?
just felt
Gino
like
Popovich? Talking about
that
Gino
was a
Popovich?
power move. I just wanted to see. Yeah, that's what his name, Gino Popovich. He treated me
Okay.
like I'm the rookie Steven Jackson.
Yeah. Man,
Go
you caught
ahead.
that too. You caught that too. Good looking.
Genio
Yeah.
Kubovich.
What you said? Gino Cuban nuts. What?
Hey,
That nigga
but all
violent.
jokes aside, on that top three you said, I'm gonna have to say not so much at the start of the season, but I got into it with this guy. I'm gonna send him a shout out, Tracy from Madhouse. You bald head mother. But
Oh.
um, he was talking about Worldwide West, and I know when he got hired as the GM, I just didn't think the Knicks were fixable, and we went into a whole spiel about how he couldn't fix them. So I think for a young black brother to be the GM and fix the Knicks, something that Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, and all these other people couldn't do, uh, we got to give him a salute because to pull off the move to get Big Cat, and then you got the young boy from New Jersey, even though he's not fitting well. You had the steal of the free agency in the last 10 years was Bronson. He did some
Yeah.
great moves that's
Josh
panned out
Hart.
so far.
But
So
the
we got to
thing
give him
is,
credit
though,
because, yeah.
they don't have what it takes to win it all because they coach, run the players into the ground. They starters play 40 minutes a game. So by the time the playoff come, they ain't got nothing left. Maybe Josh Hart, because he just from another planet when it comes to energy and stuff. But they need to go make some trade, get a bench or something. But he just played the starters way too much.
Well, let's discuss the West before we get out of here. And if any of these are surprising, Thunder at 1. We call that. We call that before the season started.
Who is
The
who who
Rockets,
is who is SGA?
Thunder.
Best player in the league.
Somebody asked that question. Who? Let me stop.
Oh yeah. So we got the Rockets at 2. Is that surprising?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
surprising.
most definitely.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
get enough number 1 picks. You should be somewhere up.
So the
That
serial
that
cheater,
twin. That,
Oduka, that came from Boston. That man know how to coach some basketball, huh?
He's a good
All
coach.
right.
He know how to cheat on his wife. And let me
Hey,
stop.
hey, he said he didn't cheat on his wife. He
Serial
wasn't
cheater.
married. He just go cheat with your wife.
He hitting the
Yeah.
owners' wives and stuff, CEO wives. When he go big, he go hard in the paint.
Hey yo.
No diddy.
Hey yo, going big is crazy. So you got the Grizzlies at 3. That Jimmy Butler don't want to go to the Grizzlies, but they are at 3.
Be
Um,
boring. But that's
it look like
impressive too, because Ja been hurt, Bane been hurt, Triple J been hurt, but they still keep winning because they got a lot of no-name bench players.
all right.
Unless you just really
Scottie
follow
Pippen Jr.
basketball.
been doing his thing.
Conchar and Pippen Jr. and a couple other cats.
Nuggets at 4. Mavericks at 5. The Lakers at 6. The Clippers at 7. And Timberwolves at 8.
Mm.
Any
Now that's a
surprises in
surprise
there?
right there. Timberwolves at 8.
Struggle fest. But they a lot of teams. The West is kind of bunched up.
I tell you
Well,
what,
we know 2 teams we didn't mention in the
Sacramento
top
ain't
8.
it? You didn't mention Sacramento, right?
Sacramento's number 9.
Yeah, since they fired Mike Brown, they've been cooking. Did they win
Right.
today? I don't know if they won today.
Sunday. So we got 9 in. There's still 2 teams that's missing that we didn't. At 10, you got the Warriors.
good.
Warriors
At
come out and
11, you
play.
have the Suns.
Now
Y'all
that's what I
the one
thought
talking
was.
about some Steph Curry,
That's
the
what I thought.
greatest point guard of all time.
You said
Trash.
you said that's yours, the Suns.
Yeah, I thought Phoenix would be in the playoff hunt. Not in the top part of it, but at least 7, 6, 7, 8, right in that area.
Well, they're 18. The Timberwolves on 120 at 8. So, like I said, it's kind of
What you
bunched up.
sipping
But
on? You
good
got a red
night.
cup. What you sipping on?
Water.
Yeah, right.
Spurs. The Spurs. Hey,
Hey,
don't watch this.
Oh, you
hey,
got
where
shades
the
on.
Bulls at
Bloodshot
in the
red.
East?
10,
Bulls.
10.
10.
The Bulls busy celebrating Jello Ball, baby. Shout out to Jello Ball, one of the hottest rappers in the game.
That song whack.
It's still top 5 everywhere.
Yeah, they doing the dad a favor. Give the world something to talk about.
Man, come on, man. Well, you had the Spurs 18 and 19 and number 12.
Ooh.
The Jazz.
Yeah.
The Jazz going to get a they player coming out next year.
Cooper Flag.
Yeah, because the boy that's going to BYU, he not going to next year.
Mm.
So, I don't know what they do. And the old Pelicans.
Cut
Yeah,
Zion.
I guess they get another number 1 pick. So we're gonna stay tuned. Basketball season
Hey,
is almost. Huh?
I want to say on the defense of the Pelicans, they would have traded him and never gave him a contract had they saw who he picked for his woman first. When you pick a porn star and you an NBA star, you make bad decisions.
Porn star.
Say that.
I've been listening to people from New Orleans and Louisiana on TikTok. Like my TikTok just been full of people lives. And I can listen to them all day, man. Shout out to those
Hey,
people. We'll see.
hey, can you imagine if we were single and we came into $100 million or maybe $200 million and we can go and meet all type of famous people? We could run into Halle Berry, Beyonce, Megan. You could run into any of these people and then you fall in love with Pinky. That means you make some bad decision. That's why you was broke before the lottery.
Well, I like Pinky, man. I like Pinky. She all right. She used to be.
Yeah, you like her, but guess what? If we get enough financial aid, we can get her now.
I blame it on T-Pain. I'm in love with a stripper. He put it out in the universe and it got into their DNA, got into their system. That's why you got to guard your hearing.
Right.
Faith come by hearing. Oh.
Shout out to Zion between his women and his food.
Well, shout out, man, to the first show of the year. Stay tuned. Like I said, we're in negotiations with Nationwide
is on our side.
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings, where
Nationwide
people steal championship rings.
sponsors coming in. The wine company hit me up. They got the little wine ranch and Midway.
I bet on him in the Super Bowl when they played against the Seahawks. He owe me some corn.
Well, yeah, he do that, don't he?
Oh, he got blasted. First play of the game was safety.
Oh man, he was asking me. I seen him Friday.
What kind of hat you got on?
You asked me who when I saw.
Lucky.
Yeah, when I saw him, talking about who I like between Ohio State. Yeah. Oh man. So,
well, who y'all pick for the championship?
Oh, I got Ohio State, baby. Shoot, all day.
When we had covered that, it was just 2 of us on here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I got Ohio State, baby.
I mean, who don't?
I told y'all before it started.
Oh yeah, Joe, you in the running for upset, I think.
I am.
But we said don't let one of them. But we're not gonna let ESPN know our picks.
I was just happy that Bama didn't make it.
Right. So happy. Bama got put out of the playoff 4 times. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We'll talk about Bama basketball. Y'all wanna talk about Bama?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
But you're gonna talk about them for the year with
the SEC got about 6 people in the top 10. Seem like somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yes, Clutch, you got a quote.
Yeah, I got a little short one.
First quote of 2020.
Yeah, first one. The
Ezekiel
only way to do
Elliott
great
would be a first round pick. Oh, sorry.
The only way to do great work is to love what you do.
Hey man, you guys have done a great first season. We're in season 2. We're gonna bring some promos in here.
We're gonna bring
Ghost on the radio. Oh,
Ghost. He played football too, y'all know. He played football in real life in the NFL.
Oh yeah. But don't forget to set your lineup. Even though fantasy is over, you still got to set your lineup. Right.
Pick your team.
What his name is? Zion. Say, hey, set your
Shout
lineup, man.
Shout out to Zion. Pick some better people in your life, man.